last to fall. I won't shed a tear for them to see. I won't have your name to call, 'cause I will be the last to fall.
I hope that you guys had a great Thanksgiving. I really do.
Me
And
too.
we welcome everybody in. Um, it's almost SRO, standing room only. There's a lot of people watching from all over the place. Since and I want people to understand this. When Stace does this, what we are going to do tonight, it takes such a toll on her. And I just want to say thank you for doing it. What we got out of a couple of weeks ago when we did this experiment. Um, I know some people call it the Estes experiment, and there was another name for it too. What was it?
Gansfield.
Stansfield. Thank
Gansfield,
you,
yeah.
Stansfield. For some reason, for a week, I've tried to pick my brain figuring out what that was, and
Tonight it's going to be the Gatherings experiment.
well, it is, I guess.
Right.
Who would have thought when we started this that it would take the turns that it's taken? But um, something interesting has happened. Summer has continued to come through to you on the
Yes.
SBS, and she asked for what was it, a toy truck or a toy car?
Yep.
I love that baby. So we thought, well, if it worked for Summer, maybe it will work for somebody else. Now,
Oh boy.
what we try to do is get some kind of answers, and this is not going to be the last time that we do this. We already have others that are planned for next week. And if you'll watch at the end of the show through the credits, you'll find out who that's going to be. Most of you probably already suspect and probably already know. I was asked an interesting question the other day, Stace. Why do you put yourself through this? Because if it was my daughter or
Wouldn't stop.
somebody, I wouldn't stop.
Nope.
There'd be nothing in heaven or hell that would stop me.
Nope.
I would keep going. If it was Faith or Des or K, KK, you do the same thing.
Absolutely. I wouldn't stop.
No, no. And here's the thing. in 1985, and I did the math. I went back, and I guess I was about 14 years old. In 1985, my mom looked at me and she said, you got a gift of a big mouth. Thanks, Mom. She said, I don't mean it that way. She said, people listen to you. You've got a voice that draws people in. She said, that's a gift from God. And anything that is a gift from God, what you do with it is a gift back to Him. So use it wisely. So here come the Mountain Mysteries podcast because of April. And then April turned into Dwayne, and Dwayne turned into Muriel, and Muriel turned. You get the idea. It went on. It's free to subscribe. We do accept Patreon support if you want. If not, not a big deal. But you can subscribe to it on Apple, on Amazon, on just about anywhere podcasts are found. And you'll find this program, The Gatherings, probably right here where you're watching it right now. And maybe someday, who knows? I don't know. But we do this. It started out to promote the podcast, but now it ain't about the podcast. It's about the people. That's what it's became about. And that all started when that pretty young lady right there sitting across from me came on board. We had done an episode called The Afterlife. Is it real? Of course, I believe so. I know so. And I had asked Stacy, whom I'd known for hell and ever. I said, would you care to come on with me and maybe do an interview? And she was like, yeah, sure. No big deal. Well, my Lord, when I heard her, I was like, I got to have her on this thing from now on. And sure
Now
enough,
you're stuck with me.
we do what, honey?
I said, now you're stuck with me.
Well, it's the happiest situation being stuck I've ever been in.
Me too.
But it's one of those things where we hope that we have given hope.
Yes.
And we try to give answers. And where tonight is concerned, we're going to be talking about Amber Nicole Spradlin. When I do an episode, I dig as deep as I can. And that includes asking law enforcement. I do have friends there. That includes asking friends and family, asking people. And yeah, I'm always trying to dig up something. And it's not because I'm trying to make the individuals look bad, but I'm trying to get answers as to why what happened. Well, they cut me off in traffic and I blew my cool. Yeah, it's a deadly case of road rage, but shit's happened before. Or whatever the case is. Well, let me tell you what I discovered with Amber. Every single soul I talked to loved her. Well, obviously somebody didn't, but people liked her. People enjoyed being around her. She was a giving soul. She was a giving person. How many people did she invite into her home when they were getting back on their feet? More than I can count. How many people did she help with money or other things? Again, more than I can count. How many times did she just sit and be an ear for someone to listen to? More than I can count. I was honored and privileged to meet her cousin, Debbie, who was like her sister, and her aunt, who was very much like a mother figure to her, Missy or Melissa. And I could not think of two better people. They were outstanding. They welcomed me into their home, treated me like family, and provided some of the most compelling interviews that I've ever done. And let me tell you, I've done some dandies. I've been privileged to be on the other side of some dandies. But what they did shook the Mountain Mysteries podcast to its core. It shook its audience to its core. I know that because I kept getting messages, and to this day, I still get them. We just now heard the podcast, which was released some time back. Oh my God. I can't believe that. I cried. I laughed. And what are the elements of something like this, I think, that are good or that makes it compelling? When you make a connect emotionally. When you can connect to somebody emotionally, you've done something right. And I thank Debbie and Missy for that. For Melissa. I hope Missy doesn't mind me calling her Missy. It's just easier for me. But and that's not the only ones we've done like that. April was that way. Dwayne's family, Sharon and Tim, and so many. We've been blessed better than I ever deserve. But that kind of tells me we're doing something that I hope God likes and loves. Now, Stace, if you would explain what the experiment entails for people who have never seen this before, because if you've ever watched Zach Bagans on Ghost Adventures, you've probably seen it, or maybe Ghost Hunters or something like that. You've probably seen this. And let me reiterate for the over 100 people watching right now, I am not a paranormal investigator. I am an honorary member of 606 Paranormal, and Stacy has me listed as an empath, and I think that she's probably dead on the money there. Um, being empathic simply means you feel feelings, and you sometimes you get them from other people. Well, I don't think that that's uncommon. I think a lot of people can look at somebody and just say, "Oh, well, they're an asshole," or "Oh,
When you know, you know.
yeah, they're really a sweetheart." When you know, that's a fact, and that has served me well a lot of my life as long as I pay attention to it and follow it. My former pastor, his name was J.B. Hall, explained it as discernment. He said the Holy Spirit's coming over you and telling you, watch your back with that one. This one's okay, that one's okay,
That's right.
etc. And I think that just about everybody has that. I'm sure that all
Yeah.
you guys at some point or another have experienced that. Everybody's looking forward to a great show tonight, and I hope that we do something that's worthy of Amber and Remembrance and her family. And let me
Absolutely.
say this, we love you guys. Deb, I think the world of you. You're a wonderful human being. Missy, you are too. But as we always do, this is kind of customary. I'm just going to throw some shout outs in the chat. And we got a new person who was so excited about this tonight. Let me get back there because I don't want to miss Chelsea Burke. Chelsea, thanks a lot. I understand that you and some of your family are watching. Love you bunches, and thank you so much for being here tonight. Also, I want to say hi to Goose. He's my goose, Barry Penix. Let's see, Kim Underwood Bradley. Does she sound familiar? Yeah.
Yeah, look, just a tad.
You was raised with that bunch. She ought to. So,
Yeah. That's my
Uh,
sister.
yes, that's your sissy. Janine Freeman. Janine and I had ties through Trevor, who is still like my brother. Beauty by Chels. Oh, thank you. Thank you so much, Chels. She said,
Thank you.
Debbie Hall. Love you, Deb. Um, she says hi and a big hi to you. Let's see, who else do we have in here? Deanna Allen. And I'm just mentioning names at random. I'm sorry if I leave anybody out, but we want to get into this pretty quick. Of course, Helen Prater. Let's see here. James Paul Prim. Oh, James, great guy, former police officer.
606 Paranormal Family.
Yes, he is. Tammy Goebel, Stella Mae Priest Hinkle, Michelle. I love giving Daryl Talby, Daryl to Jackson,
Everything set up.
Donna Murray, Jessica Preston, and her lesser half, Josh is probably watching, Dana Castle, Barbara Oosley, Karen Lynn Isaac Thompson. I'm sorry. Missy West watching in Lexington. Thanks so much, Missy. Sally Pratt watching from Garrett. And thank you for the blessings. I'll never turn down a prayer because to me, it don't get any better than God and Jesus Christ. They're it. They're up here, and everything else is
I
under.
already had it said. Hang on.
Cam Hamilton, hi. Let's see
I
here.
know, but I had it
The
said
list
earlier.
goes on. June Boggs. We're seeing all kinds of new folks in here, and you guys are welcome to participate in the chat. One of the things we ask everybody is just be respectful, common sense stuff. And if you hear something, I don't know that you're going to so much hear something tonight because how does the Gansfield experiment work?
Well, tonight we're going to be blocking out my senses except for the hearing, and then I am going to be. I'm actually already, which before the show, I already told you I had some things happening.
Yeah.
I'm hooked into the SB7, which is on a sweep rate. So I'm going to be listening to anything and everything that comes through. I'm going to say, just a warning. Whatever comes through, I'm going to say it.
You remember
So
at
I
the
hope
beginning
we're
of the
all
show when I
adults
put
here.
up that little TVM?
Yes,
That means mature. So this is
Anything
not
to help
really intended
Amber.
for kids
we're going to do it.
because some of the things we talk about can be sexual in nature, and it's not that we're being pervs. It's that maybe
That's
it
what
was a
it's saying.
case of rape.
Right.
Maybe it was a case of
Never
it could
know.
be anything like that. And let me tell you, these are very adult topics. And I really do not want to scar some baby for life or some child. I don't. So that's why
No.
we say this is not for kids. But we try to keep it as clean as possible. A few more. Teresa Koch, Charlie Bowling.
This is what I'm going to be hearing. I'll let everybody hear it.
Yeah. Anybody that's ever watched Ghost Adventures or Ghost Hunters or
This is what I'm listening to up loud while you guys ask questions or say what you say.
and
we're
that's
gonna
something
try to
else. If
get
you're
the
in the
replies.
chat, feel free to ask questions. And
I'm here.
either Stacy or Lloyd, or rather Lloyd or I will pass the questions along. Now,
Stay with me.
Lloyd does not ask Stacy the questions. He puts it out there for
To the spirit.
to the spirit or spirits, and then they come through that thing and talk to Stacy. And whatever she says, now keep in mind she's got on noise canceling headphones. She can't hear Lloyd, and Lloyd's not going to be screaming at her. That's not how this works.
No, I hear nothing. I see
Yep.
nothing.
And this is the way it works. So I think everybody's got a pretty good gist of this now.
Yep.
But a few more and we'll get started. If I see some new folks, I just want to welcome Rachel E. She's with us. Sandra Goforth.
Ooh.
I hope I get your name right, Sandy. Carrie Blevins, Carrie Ann Ream Ross. And guys, there's just so many. But let me say this to every one of you. We love you guys. We appreciate you guys for being here, and welcome to the gatherings. God created this thing. I just happened to develop it. I happen to be lucky enough to be sitting behind the microphone that brings it out to life. Right there. She is the heart of it. I said that. I stand by it. So with that being said, Lloyd, my brother, are you ready? It's kind of like asking.
He wasn't earlier.
That's kind of like asking a fat kid at a buffet if he's ready to eat. Yeah, he's ready.
He wasn't earlier, if that tells you anything.
No, he had to leave.
You know
But
about that.
You right before the show went on live, you had something thrown at you.
Yeah. Yeah. We had some things thrown across to say, hey, I'm here.
And you think that was?
All we can do is hope.
Who do you think that was?
I hope that somehow it's, it could be Amber. I hope and I pray it is. Any way I can help her, I'm going to do it. And I won't stop. I'm on it.
I can't. We got to be a voice.
That's right.
I mean, I felt
I'll be
led.
the voice for her tonight.
All right, let's get rolling with it.
Let's do it. I'm going to step off here till we get this fitted.
Yeah, go ahead. Let's put the camera over there on Lloyd a little bit more if we can. And show his pretty face. Boy, you got a pretty mouth on you.
Bring it on, baby.
All right. Tie me up.
You just blow my mind. Yeah. And again, if you're in the chat and you've got any questions that you'd like to ask, feel free to. But remember, none of this would stand up in a court of law, and everybody is considered to be innocent until they're proven guilty.
That's right. I was actually going to say that before I put these on. I can't guarantee who's going to come through, if anybody at all. We never know what we get on this show. And
Happy
boy,
birthday,
don't
Mary.
our family members know.
Happy birthday, Mary.
Are we ready?
We're ready.
You ready? Let me know because I am.
Yeah, go ahead.
I can't see anything. All right, I'm going under. Tap me when you're done. Okay, hand me the box over here so I can turn the volume up a little. All right, I got it.
Okay, Lloyd, can you sweep the camera a little more towards you or scoot over just a bit? There. Okay.
I've already heard, oh God.
All right, so we're ready.
Hang on. No, I can't. Yeah, so anybody that's in the chat, just type in any question that you have.
I'll start it out. Amber, are you there? Are you with us, Amber? Amber Stewart or Amber Spradlin? Are you with us?
Hi,
Is that you, Amber?
it's her.
Okay. Okay.
We would know.
You have family watching tonight.
She was so philosophical. That was a male voice.
A male voice, philosophical. Okay.
This is just us. Amber's a little late.
Okay.
Could you get her for me? She was here earlier. I know because I heard what she said to me.
You know, out of all the questions I asked her in the podcast, I never asked if she was a punctual person. I never even thought of that. Maybe Debbie
If
can
anybody
tell me.
can get her for me, I would really appreciate it. And I want to open this up to say you can come through with anything at all that you need to tell me.
As
Any
long as it
messages.
is out of love and light.
Any messages at all, you can come and tell me. As I talked to you before, and I've told you,
Debbie said
you're
she was
more than
always
welcome
late.
to come through.
That's the magic that
This
was in it.
hurts.
This hurts.
I'm doing good here.
Amber, my name is Chris.
He's not a reporter.
No, I'm not a reporter.
Was Amber drugged in any way the night she was slaughtered?
If that's you, Amber, can you let me know? I can hear your voice or a voice. Can you let me know if that's you? Because I'm hearing about 4 different voices.
Amber, if you could say something that would be distinct,
Say
something that
something
most,
just like this. Wrong
Something that-
place.
wrong place. Okay.
Me.
Maybe something that only Debbie would know, or somebody close to you in your family. So do I, Barry.
His cover. Mike was happy. Oh,
That's a good one.
Why
Amber,
did you-
go ahead, Lloyd.
Go ahead. No, you're good.
Why did they repave the driveway?
something 147. Can you tell me what that is? A handgun. I'm sorry. Can you tell me why you're sorry?
She has given a name.
I
already.
begged.
You what? What'd she say, Lloyd?
Said she begged, or somebody begged.
Yeah.
It's like a country song keeps playing through, guys. I don't, and it's like and then when it stops, a voice will say something, and then there's also
Has anybody been given
jealousy.
a lie detector test?
Why were there jealousy? Can you tell me?
That's a good question.
And if not, would they be?
How dare them? Can you please tell me?
Was someone trying to assault you?
They all knew. Why me?
Is there any evidence under the driveway?
Maybe.
Any drugs involved?
You don't have to be sorry.
Was
This
this
is not your
planned?
fault.
No, Amber, this is not your fault. None of this is your fault. Was this pre-planned? Was this premeditated?
Very much.
Keep in mind, Stacy can't hear me, and she can't hear Lloyd.
Jealousy.
Jealousy. That's the second time I've heard that come up.
What were they jealous of? Or who? Or
People think. Can you tell me what people think? He had drugs and
go ahead, Chris. You're good.
No, I'm waiting on her to finish.
Yeah.
Did she see something that she should not have, Amber? Did you see something that you shouldn't have?
calling, and I heard something go, yes.
How many people?
The men
How many people attacked you?
together. They were together. Was there more than one person involved in harming you? Tried to tell the family.
Will there be an arrest made?
They talk about it. They know.
How about the 911 call?
There were 2 calls made. Neither was by her. And Debbie, if I'm wrong on any of this, please pop in there and correct me. Don't worry about my ego. It checked out along with my 30th birthday. Yeah, it's long gone. There were
Sound like she's twinkle, twinkle, twinkle. Maybe a nursery rhyme. They all saw it.
Who's all? Who
In the
makes
head.
it?
Did you hear that part, Chris?
In the head?
Wasn't in one location.
11 stab wounds. 11 stab wounds and cuts.
Was gone with the one.
I take that to mean that with one of those wounds, she passed, let alone 10 others. This was overkill. Whoever did this was personal.
Yeah, nobody needs to go out like that. I mean, even
Look at
somebody's
this. Look at this. Bam. Twinkles was one of her cats. Thanks, Gary, for the info.
It was an overkill.
There you go.
It was overkill. Overkill is hatred. Overkill is anger. It's rage. If you shoot somebody 10 times and one bullet would have done it, that's overkill.
She just
Trevor.
jumped.
Trevor.
Yeah, Trevor's coming through.
Thank you for coming through.
I love Trevor.
It's gifts like that.
Of course.
It's kind of funny because I had him on
I
my
take that as you're supporting us. Thank you.
He was one of
I
the
am.
first Patreons we ever had. He believed in this before I believed in myself. Yeah.
And I'm exiting stage right.
Oh God, that's Trevor. That's what he would say. Yeah, yeah. We'd be sitting at the bar at B Dubs, and he says, "I'm going
You
to
heard
stay
my
dry."
love. Don't worry. Oh, yep. Thanks for the music.
And he was a hell of a musician. One of the best I'd ever seen.
Kind of like Mick.
Possum
Medicated and Medicaid.
tomato squat. She can't hear me.
Mm-mm.
Because any other time she'd be like, "What the hell are you talking about?"
She'd tell you to shut up. Yeah.
So much.
So much.
I tell you, this takes a lot out of
So
her.
much with medication.
Anything
If
like
can you send me some type of a visual pic?
prescriptions.
It could be the abuse of medication. It could be not on Amber's part, but on somebody else's.
So high. He was so high.
Okay, Genevieve just put this up here. Mick was Michael's dad's name.
They're all in it.
So everybody there that night either know. Well, look, to me, if you know and you don't come forward and say something, you're just as guilty. It's guilt by association,
That's
whether you're the one that swung the blade or not. And I'm pretty sure the law looks at it that way too.
Left my body. Mike.
Did anybody else see this happen? Other than the
Started from the first appointment.
wasn't that
I'm
guy-
getting 2 to 3 different voices, guys.
what
Mostly women,
wasn't that a
except for
dentist?
Trevor.
Leave it to
Well,
Trevor to be in the middle of a flock of women. Yeah.
Trevor, if you want to come back in and help with this, you know you're welcome to.
Yeah, we could sure use the help. That's for sure.
One of the
I
best.
heard a scream.
A scream. That was a good
Why?
question. Who got the cleaning supplies? Will there be more than one arrest? You know, Trace, that's a good question, but I'd have to
All
refer
of
to-
them.
All of them. All of them. That could be your answer
They
right there.
caused this.
They caused this.
So they were at
On that day.
that whose house were they? Where's she at?
They
Where's she-
were at the dentist's house.
Yeah, the dentist house. Okay, yeah.
That's
well,
where she was. That's where she was found.
So like
Keep it a secret.
about the appointments and all that. Could that be anything?
He never, as far as I know, he didn't have an office there. He had an office in town. He never had his office there. But I mean, for all I know, maybe that's how
Fraud.
she made his acquaintance sometime back. I don't know.
Lovers. Ah, girl. They were.
I'm going to need to douse this with some Jack Daniels before long.
There you go.
Why so jealous? I'll put you in a crypt.
Jesus.
Anybody else have any questions to come through?
You look like she'd been to war.
Type any of them in that you can.
Amber, did you see this coming, or were you asleep when it began?
Good question.
I can't help but think she was asleep. If she saw this coming, she would have done
It
everything.
said peekaboo.
Peekaboo. Surprise attack. That's what I take that to mean.
It's a terror
I can imagine.
for Amber.
How many other people were there during the attack?
Who took down
Three.
this? 3.
They saw.
Wow.
Can you tell me what they saw?
Who were the 3 calls?
He left.
As far as I know, there were only 2 calls to 911 made.
Like I said, what am I going to do with you? That was a male.
Is there any DNA evidence?
Sure, there is. God. Sure.
Keep in mind, Stace can't hear what Lloyd's saying.
Can you tell me what you're saying about sure, please?
Holy Pete.
Woo.
I mean, this thing, what she's doing would knock a buzzard off a gut wagon.
Surprised me. Right on the couch.
Surprise. There's my answer. Surprised her on the couch. Did she see it coming? That was a
You
question.
bitch.
Oh, it was not 911. that
Close
you were-
was off. They will find more and more detail.
There you go.
My cats.
Amber, your cats are being taken very good care of by your sis and your family. I think I may have met one of them at
My
the interview.
children.
Love that cat. Her cats were like her kids. She was a cat mom. She babied those cats, spoiled them. She worked hard so her cats didn't have to.
A real evil voice just said, "Leave me." Chris.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but you know, there's a million guys named Chris. It doesn't necessarily mean she's talking about me.
Come back to me. Yes, Chris is talking. I think.
Maybe she is talking about it.
I can't hear him because I'm listening to all of you all. Hale. Political.
That's a good question. Yep.
Everything.
Was there any attempt to clean up the body before the 911 calls? Or
That's a
after?
very good question.
No. Doctor. Leave it.
Would it help to bring a psychic?
I
in?
can't. And they were trusted.
Yeah. Yeah, Missy had just texted me and
Have you seen how everybody are here for you?
people love you. People have come out in droves to support you and support justice for you.
And you see all of us pulling for you to get justice for you.
By hell, if it's not enough. we'll
Yes,
pull.
go for it.
Wow.
All of you.
Is it,
Sound like I said the Lord has me.
is
Oh, who was that? Can you come back? You don't have to cry.
To be in the presence of God, yeah, I'd bawl my eyes out.
Loved Wonder Woman.
Debbie, does she love Wonder Woman? I don't think anybody knew her, at least to my knowledge, nobody knew her like Debbie and Melissa.
Nobody.
Oh,
Had.
wow.
I
wow.
love these people.
We love you too.
Yes. We do. We love you very much.
The guy's back. He says, "Hey, I love you too."
Is it too late to get any DNA evidence?
They have it all. They have it. They have it. Can't believe this happened where I was raised.
Maybe nobody can, we can't believe it either.
I wasn't going to tell.
Wow.
Can you tell me what you weren't going to tell?
Wow.
The guy's back. I think the guy's going to help her. Um, he thinks he won.
How long will it take to get an arrest?
We won it. And thank you for that. You are welcome. And you can come through anytime.
Madonna, I have to agree with you.
Yeah, really. Nobody's.
They were my friends. So high. I can't believe they did that to her. We can't believe that either.
No. No, I can't. It's people were supposed to be friends.
I'll tell anyone anything for you. I know it's hard to talk and come through on this. I know it. It has been. But remember where I'm going. You understand.
Who was so high?
Needles everywhere. Needle. They promised that they weren't. Things got out of hand. Yeah. And he was the bad one.
Who else can we get?
They didn't even cry.
To help? Who else knows anything?
One, something, his name. Can you repeat that for me? Especially the name. His name is something, and it 2 syllables. Come through again for me.
Amber, was there a reason why you didn't drive to his house? I'm not sure if she did or didn't. I didn't know that.
Said something destiny, like her destiny, my destiny, something destiny.
Okay.
Took them something. Took them anti something. Their love. I don't know if I should say this or not.
What?
They were gay.
Okay. Everybody heard it. That's okay. So, I mean, it is what it is. But you see, that
It's them.
this is 2023. Who cares if they're, it
It is what it is.
Thank you. Yes.
But
All right, Chris, let me ask you something. What happened to the dentist? What became of all that after that happened at his house? What happened to him?
it was supposed to be an emergency.
As far as I know, he's still around at the moment. As far as I know that shortly after that he had a trip to Vegas that they said was already scheduled. But other than that, I really don't know much. But as far as I know, yeah, he's still around.
I mean, how can you have somebody slaughtered?
And please tell.
Well, once again, we have to assume by law or in a court, all parties are innocent until they're
Love
proven.
you.
Yeah. So we give the benefit of the doubt. But I can tell you right now, they've been collecting evidence and collecting
Thanks
evidence.
a lot.
They're going to make this
Female
thing.
voice.
What'd she say? Thanks a lot.
Fem-
What?
Female
Yes,
voice.
it's me.
Okay.
Everyone.
Office trip.
I'm sorry, everyone.
Yeah, the trip to Vegas was an office trip or a professional thing, I think.
Did they give you something to
Mick
make you sleepy?
was near. Dad arrange it.
It's known that they were coming to
Sound like
Lexington
it said,
for
and
bars.
Frank said, stop it. Go ahead and leave and go get up the river.
What'd you say before that? I completely.
Go ahead and stop it, is what she said. I'm not exactly sure what that's in reference to, but
The two. Something about a kennel. They did this to me.
I don't know if she has any or if she had any dogs. I know she was a cat mom, but I'm not sure that she had any
I
canines.
think I hear Pat, like Papa. He's there. And me is another male voice. And they will know it.
Something's going to happen,
Uncle, Dad,
and it's going to happen quick.
love. Trevor's back. Trevor. Oh, there's that voice again. Is there anything you want me to tell your family? Because I think we have them with us tonight. I'm filled with please don't cry. You don't have to do that anymore.
Why was one of the men
All love.
bleeding?
All love. I'm filled with all love.
I'm right here. With you, sis.
Sis. Sis.
And
You know exactly who she's
make out the other name.
I know exactly who she's talking about when she says sis. She's talking about Debbie.
And somebody said they'll burn in hell. Hey, I agree. It's
think
so
that's-
hard for me.
A foregone conclusion, yeah. Whoever did this, yeah.
So right.
Was the weapon ever recovered?
Good question.
One of these days with that. Something by a swing. By a swing? Yeah.
Could the killer have made a mistake and dropped something or left something behind as a bit of evidence?
He would try to blame a gang. Can you all please let her come back through?
Why was one of the men bleeding?
Lies said someone else finished it. No more games.
Where's the knife?
Can you come back and talk to me? Somebody named Caroline. Hi. Can you help us talk with Amber?
Can any more spirit guides come through to help us?
We can help. Birthday.
Her birthday was in October.
Hang in, Deb.
Oh. Oh.
Don't believe the lies.
Oh. Oh my. Wow.
My mama. Mine. Or Mike.
Wow.
Take the gun off safety.
Hell, and it did me too. And Chris and everybody else, I'm sure. Are they trying to cover up the crime?
Can she come back and talk? And some of you let her back up there. I hear a bunch of voices. And I'm so trying to help Amber right now. Thank you for everybody that's been coming through, though.
Was she the only victim, or intended victim, or was there more? What am I trying to say, Chris? Was there?
Yeah, you're trying to say if there was a larger conspiracy or a plan to take out more than just her, but
Right.
I don't get that
Father.
feeling. I get the feeling that she saw something or found out something that she shouldn't have, and rage ensued because, like I said, one or two cuts, stabs, whatever,
Damn right.
but 11, that's rage.
Raise something. Stir the pot.
Ray?
Or maybe it was
Political.
rage. Political.
Who invited her in? Who invited her there to begin with?
Her favorite doll. And boots.
What did she see?
Is that Enzo walking
I
around?
would.
Yes.
Okay.
Wrong place.
He can't sit still when we're doing all this.
No.
It surprises me that he hasn't barked yet.
Well, if he's seeing or if he's picking up the presence of Amber,
That's right.
she's a
The
kind
bad side of
she's a kind person. She was a very kind person.
him.
The bad side of him.
Did she walk in on something that she wasn't supposed to?
And they see me. Thanks, Deb.
God, that's
So, oh my God, that was so sweet, you all. Oh, I wish she could have heard that.
gosh.
She's the driving force.
She is.
Have hope. And pray.
I agree with that 100%.
Involved. And Michael again.
Hell,
I think it says caught them doing something dirty. I've heard this 2 or 3 times. I haven't said that. Yeah, that's me. Don't come at me that way. So somebody's upset at me for blabbing. Well, they just said, yeah, it's okay. I'm here to help and I'll be the voice. Left in the car.
Left in the car. Let's get ready to pull her out. She's been under for about 40 minutes.
all right, hang on. This
Sure.
might be-
Yeah, because the last time you tried that, she almost smacked the taste out of your mouth.
Went to the BP.
Went to the BP.
2 of them.
2 of them.
Here comes the guitar music.
It's Trevor.
My love.
Okay, bring her out. If she'll come.
Oop.
There she goes. She ain't done yet. She's tougher than the night in the Mingo County Jail. She just keeps going.
Is there anything else private that you want to tell me before I come out from this?
There is no way in hell I could do this ever. Ever. I can't. I just don't have.
Thank you for fighting. It was 2 people. Yes. It was positively. Something it was radioed. But that's it. She's in heaven. That was a male voice. And please fight.
Oh, we will, honey.
He was doing fraud on the job.
Fraud.
He hate me. You are something like blab. About to blab. And then I'm not going to say that.
This just keeps getting deeper.
Thank you for coming through for me. And I'm sure everybody else, thank you. You're welcome. Thank you.
Whoa. Wow.
And it sounded like our guy said, keep driving, man.
Keep going. Keep going. Yep.
Keep coming back. I'm going. Listen to this. Hold this. If that voice comes up, I want them to hear that so much. Are you still there? I'm here.
Here.
Is there anything that you want to say to the family? Hi, did you hear that? You say love me? Hear me? You hear the little girl in there too?
Yep.
I've been hearing that all night.
Yeah.
We're still here. So have they left? Is that what it said? Is there anything else anybody wants to say before we close SB7?
We are still here, Amber. Anybody else that wants to come through at all?
So he's done. Ooh. I hit you.
Like what?
I've not got my bearings yet. Everything's kind of bright. All right, I'm going to turn this down for a minute. No. I want to talk to her. Who do you want to talk to? Can you tell us? Can you ask for someone by name? The guy said, yeah. And then, okay, I'm going to shut this down. Hello.
Bye bye.
Yeah, I said, I'm just going to turn it down. I'm going to leave it on because, you know, I'm still going to be on here tonight. Help.
Yeah, the bad part is like a lot of times we're about to shut down, and then they're like, "Wait,
Oh,
I got something to say."
They know.
They know. Yeah.
Yes.
How
Well,
do you feel after that?
drained, but better.
So do you think it was her?
If it wasn't, I feel like we got some information about some stuff anyway, because there's some stuff I think.
A very
Yeah.
popular theory is that she walked in on something she shouldn't have walked in
Okay,
on.
there you go. That I don't know if it's walked in on something or just doing it
Or-
nonchalantly, or something's been going on for a long time.
Mm-hmm. But definitely, I mean, that was pretty prominent. And she mentioned Debbie's name, or Debbie's name was mentioned twice.
Yeah.
She was trusted, but then all of a sudden, I think that somebody else was jealous because I keep hearing
That would make sense.
jealousy.
That
He's
would be-
jealous.
That would make sense. I mean, because I'm thinking in the other direction about jealousy, that somebody was jealous of her over, something else or whatever. But that would make sense.
That's how I took it.
That she was close, she was trusted, she was liked, and
Somebody got blitzed, I think, and got mad about it, and that's how I pictured it. Whenever I was,
I mean that makes more
Listen.
sense than what I was thinking.
it just and then she also said he had no clothes or something like that too, and I
Yeah,
don't
we
know
heard
what that could have meant, but it could have meant maybe upset and was doing something and whatever. I don't know.
If you pre-plan something out enough, if you're going to do this and there's going to be blood spatter everywhere, which I'm guessing there was, then what's the best way to avoid getting blood evidence on your clothing? Don't wear any.
Lizzie Borden
Take a shower.
makes perfect sense.
You remember at the end of the movie The Departed, Mark Wahlberg standing there in the scrubs and the footies when he blows out Matt Damon's brains at the end of the film? If you've ever seen it, I don't know if you've seen it or not. But anyways, he's covered from head to toe, and then he just gets rid of the stuff. Now, that's
Yeah.
not quite as extreme as walking in there unclothed, period, and doing this, but
Open up.
same effect. You don't have
Yeah.
any blood on your clothing. There's no blood evidence there on your clothing. So it's entirely possible. So anyways, what's your thoughts on it, Lloyd?
I think that I don't know. It's just it seems like it's more complicated to try to.
The further you get down the rabbit hole, the worse it gets. And that's because I heard things tonight I hadn't even thought of before. But it is a possibility. There was a point there where you had mentioned fraud. I don't know one way or another, but there was a point there where that came up. And I hadn't even
I heard it 2 or 3 times. I heard
considered
gay 2 or 3
anything like
times.
it. Yeah.
I heard a few other little things.
Yeah, I'd like for you to stay on just for a few minutes after we go off air, because there was something that you said you're not going to repeat that I'd like to know what that was, but you've got a good reason for not sharing it right now. And we just ask for people to respect that. We are going to do another one, excuse me, next Thursday, as long as you're up to it, dear. And we asked you guys,
I'll help you
tune in.
anyway.
And you'll find out if you'll just watch through the end of the credits, which are about 90 seconds, you'll find out who it's going to be on. And that's not the last one that we're going to do anyway. So with that being said, it's a little after 10. I know folks got to get up in the morning, go to bed, or you got to get up in the morning, go to work, that kind of thing. But we invite you back here next Thursday at 9:00. And like I said before, we love all you guys, and we pray for God's blessings on you and your family. And as always, from all of us here at the Mountain Mysteries, what is it that we like to say so much? Oh yeah, stay mysterious. And
Good night, everybody.
yeah, do what?
I said good night, everybody. Thank you, everybody, too.
Thanks.
Absolutely. So we love you guys, and we hope that you have a good night. And just watch through the end of the credits. You'll find out who it's going to be about next week, and share the word. Promo will be going up in a day or two on Facebook. Good night. May God bless. Stay mysterious.
I will be the last to fall. I won't shed a tear for them to see. I won't have your name to call. 'Cause I will be the last to fall.